Hello everyone, and welcome to one heck of an event, the Osimania 7K Showdown. I am one of your commentators for tonight, Circu85, and we have Potassium F in the booth as well. Hello.
Hello everyone. Really excited for this one. As you can see, we have 4 of the best players in the world. I thought you were about to say 7Key World Cup, I'm not gonna lie.
Almost.
Started saying
to be fair, both of us are MWC 7K commentators, and it's both of us who's commentating that time.
Yeah, it's gonna feel pretty similar to some of the 7Key, especially with the map pool. Obviously, we're going through a lot of the 7Key map pool for this event, but the player lineup is kind of insane. As you can see, these are like, if you were to kind of name 4 of the best tournament players in the world, I think this would be a pretty good top 4, honestly.
Yeah. Well, just to mention, like, here are the credentials. Kiwi 10, second place in the 2024 Osimania 7K World Cup. You have Turks, also second place, a second placer in the 2024? No. 2022 World Cup, if I remember correctly. You have dressurf, 3-time Osimania 7K World Cup champion, 2022, 2024, 2025. And you have Ojisan, kababayan, galing sa public simulator ng Pinas, 2023 World Cup champion.
So we got a lot of champions.
Yeah, pretty much.
We got a lot of extreme performances, and pretty much all 4 of these players are like the respective carries of 4 different countries that are, you know, the top 3 podium level teams, top 2 level teams, you would say. But the way that this is going to work, just for anyone that isn't quite aware, we have a list of 15 different maps that have been picked by the players beforehand, coming from the 7Key Mania World Cup 2025, so just a few months ago, those pools from round of 16 all the way up until grand finals. So this first pick we are seeing here comes from the round of 16, a hybrid map that is picked, I believe, by Chiwi, who got the first pick in the rolls.
And this one is one heck of a chart. I remember this one being one of the harder picks in the round of 16. Copy Fox was a popular pick that time, but it was really more on the top level teams, really, which these 4 players are definitely part of.
Yeah, actually, it was kind of avoided by some of these top teams. Actually, Ojisan being the only one to actually have a score on this in the tournament itself.
Oh, interesting.
That said, yeah, 980k though. Nothing to scoff at, especially since it's Chiwi's own pick in this one. And just to let you guys know how it works, the ranking of the players on each map is going to be adding to their score. I think what's the score distribution? Is it 7 points for first place, 4 points for second place?
Last time it was discussed, it should be 7-4-1. Though I heard that it was changed or some point. I think we'll know. I think we'll know it once we see the first chart get out of the way.
We're saying 7-5-3-2, perhaps. We'll see. We'll see at the end. But basically, the winner, second place, third place, and fourth place of each of these maps will get points accordingly, and the player with the most points at the end of all 15 of these charts, of increasing difficulty, might I add, is going to be the champion and get the 5 months of supporter.
Okay, so you already saw the other charts. I already saw what EX picked. I think it was like from Grand Finals EX.
Yeah, I already know who picked that. I don't even need
I
don't even need to look at the picks to know who picked the EX there.
Okay, I don't know the picking order. I did not know the picking order before this match run, because like that the picking order was already made days before the show match. Let me guess, it's Ojisan.
Will that pick the EX map?
The EX map.
The EX map was dresser.
Dresser. Okay.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Since it is the EX rice pick, if you had a.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Dresser makes sense. Maybe it was like if it was a hybrid and then or the LN EX, and yeah, sure.
Yeah. I can definitely see Ojisan going more for those LN picks, like kind of leaning in that direction, especially up against the competition here. But here we go. First map. This is the hybrid 3 from round of 16, picked by Chiwi. This one being a fairly long one as well, like the mini tiebreaker kind of map this one was in the round of 16, but it being round of 16 with this level of players, misses are gonna impact the scores quite a lot.
And if it's not the misses, it's just the overall accuracy. And you already see the advantage Chiwi he has over here. The only player with a 99.9 right off the get-go.
Hey, that's correct.
Yeah. Tyrcs at 99.7. Dressurf and Ojisan just around the same level for each other. Actually, everyone navigating through these faster bursts pretty well. So, like,
yes,
just
so far, all pretty good between the 4 players. Lowest accuracy right now is 99.6, looking at Ojisan, but still keeping up with dressurf and Tyrcs there. It's Chiwi that's a little bit ahead. But of course, with 4 full combos, anything can happen. Still only a third of the way into the map.
Just to note, this is a 1v. This is a free for all, a 1v1v1v1, and so we don't have like an overall team score at the bottom, like what you see in your usual tournament matches. So we'll have to monitor everyone's score here pretty much. But going off the accuracies here, Chiwi is still the one in the lead here.
Yeah, Tyrcs actually did find the first miss that we saw there. So the only one to miss, the only one to drop that full combo, that's going to put Tyrcs behind the other players just by a little bit. But it should be right now Chiwi in first, dressurf second, Ojisan pretty much tied second right now, and Tyrcs a little bit behind the other 3. But halfway mark only just hit right now. So these points, I reckon it's only a few thousand points between the players. Big swing potential in the second half.
Yeah, like the music is changing up a bit, so we're gonna see some shift really on how the patterns are going. Here comes a bit more of these abrasive patterns. So it does seem like, I mean, again, it's round of 16. You have top level players. Like, this, relatively speaking, I guess.
And it seems like at this point of the map, all the players have kind of stabilized their accuracy a little bit. Chiwi is still on the high 99.7s. A whole 0.1% above the second place here, being dressurf and Ojisan, both with that mid 99.6.
I'm actually pretty impressed. Like they're able to maintain. The Chiwi is still able to maintain this accuracy. Like I've seen this guy just train their overall consistency ever since last year's World Cup. And similar for everyone here. Like the consistency really. Tyrcs, dressurf, Ojisan, 3-way practical tie at 99.6.
Oh, a bit of an act drop there for Chiwi, but it is matched with dressurf and Ojisan. Actually, Ojisan just barely increasing the act above dressurf's right now. Remember, the ranking is what's important now. So even if the players don't get first, getting second is going to be a big deal. And that's 3 full combos.
Yeah, that's 3 full combos indeed. Tyrcs with an unfortunate miss there, somewhere in the middle of the chart. Also, I just noticed there's a storyboard. I just noticed there's a storyboard in this chart.
Okay, wait, hang on. Just for reference here, if this was in the round of 16, just this year, Chiwi, dressurf, and Ojisan would have all gotten #1 individual score with these scores.
Oh boy.
All 3 of these would have been the best 3 individual scores of the entire round for MWC. And as you said, this was played by 44 different players.
Yeah, the amount of players in the round of 16, like that is really impressive. Anyways, now we have Das Leben nach dem Tode. And considering this is a level 51 chart, so if I remember correctly, this has to be a chord stream pick from Quarterfinals?
Wait, what's going on with the overlay right here? I think the numbers are a bit off on the top.
Okay, so it's 7. Yeah, the numbers are a bit off.
Yeah, it should be 7. Hang on.
7 to 3-5. Or 7 to 5-3?
Wait, I forgot to check. dressurf and Ojisan got like the same score. They got like with like a few hundred apart. But I believe it was tracked correctly. I did see it in the chat as well, being tracked correctly. But this one, just for some information about the picks here, this was dressurf's pick next, going to be Rice 2.
Okay, so this is from round of 16.
Yes, still round of 16. So first 3 maps will all be from round of 16. dressurf has gone with a Rice pick, and I believe Rice 2 would have been the chord stream. 165 BPM chord stream.
Okay, we're gonna get that scoreboard out there on top fixed in a few, like hopefully sometime from now. Just know that we all know that. Well, anyways, here comes the second chart.
Oh, we're in for one of these maps. Yeah. We're in for one of these maps. Chord stream.
Oh yeah.
With players like this, you're going to see some ridiculous accuracies, and actually all 4 hovering at around that 99.9 mark. It's going to come down to the smallest of margins.
And right now it's dressurf with the initial lead. Okay, the scoreboard seems like oh. But anyways, let's go back to the chart first. Like, something to note here. Like, these 4 players have been known to be 4 of the best chord stream accuracy players in the entire world. That is, like, throughout the pretty much on the 7K leaderboards for the most part. Like, I remember Ojisan getting a ridiculous run back in 2023 Grand Finals, and dressurf is dressurf. Well, there you go. That's a miss coming from Ojisan. Pretty uncharacteristic one as well.
Oh, that's a rough one, and that almost kind of dooms Ojisan to a 4th place position unless someone else misses. But as you said, with this level, I can't expect any players to really be missing on a map like this. It does feel like an accuracy map for them, and right now, dressurf in the lead, that 99.9% with Chiwi and tyrcs, both kind of vying for that 2nd place spot in terms of the accuracy.
Yeah, again, like the rankings here are gonna matter pretty much. Like, if you don't get first place, you try to get as high as you can.
Yeah, I mean, the difference between 2nd and 3rd, that's 2 points difference. That can be a quite large difference right here, especially Chiwi already in the lead in the points. He wants to be able to maintain that point advantage. As we're going into the last few minutes, or last few seconds, I should say, Chiwi and tyrcs are still tied, with dressurf looking like he's going to run away with the lead. It's just down to these 2 left players who will get... I actually don't know who wins. I think tyrcs just got 99.85 at the end. Oh, because of the 200.
Ooh, 200.
Less than... Oh, it's 200 points of difference between Chiwi and tyrcs, but that's going to be dressurf number 1, tyrcs number 2 with the score V1 double S. And then Chiwi, and then Ojisan 4th with the unfortunate miss. So dressurf coming in with the 3rd, then the 1st. Chiwi with the 1st, then the 3rd. They're going to be tied on 10 points each, it seems. And it looks like the scores have been fixed up here. And Ojisan and tyrcs both having the 2nd and 4th for the 2 maps. So close between the 4 players right now.
Yep, and I think like the one thing that we also have to look at some point later in this match, like, the mathematics here, like, is it mathematically impossible for someone to get first place after a few charts? It's something that we have to take note of.
Yeah, definitely. There's going to be a point in time when a player can guarantee themselves first place, but it's looking like, with how these players are performing so far, we're not going to get anything set in stone for a long while into this match.
Okay, so now here's the 3rd chart. We have Le Cadence Magique. Or Lucanos Magic. There we go. Okay, Hybrid 2 from round of 16, and this is the last round of 16 chart as well.
This one was Turk's pick. So Turk's the one that wants to go to the more technical, the wackier of the hybrid picks that we're seeing here.
I know it's not MWC, but I was tempted to say this was the also original for MWC 4K 2023. I was always tempted to say that.
This pick, I believe, was fairly unpopular during the tournament itself because of how tricky it is to be able to maintain the AC and the combo as well. Not many full combos whatsoever on this map, and the ones that we did see were quite low in accuracy. So we'll see how these four players do. So far, looking quite good, especially for Chiwi on that 99.8.
And I think this is like a sign of things to come here. I think we're gonna see Chiwi's consistency go along with some of these more technical picks, and we see dressurf with a pretty uncharacteristic miss. Tyrcs and Ojisan pretty much toe-to-toe with their accuracies.
Yeah, fairly early miss for dressurf, but then again, it's not that long of a map. And that comes with a bit of an accuracy drop for dressurf as well. Oh, there's another miss. That is going to be quite significant there. dressurf in 4th place so far in this map. And it's going to be up to the other 3 to see who claims these top 3 spots. Chiwi so far in a actually insane lead, 99.84. That's a 1-to-10 ratio just about.
Yeah, it's a pretty comfortable lead considering where Tyrcs and Ojisan are standing as of the moment. Both of them at the low 9.7, practically tied accuracy-wise, and there comes a miss coming from... I think that pretty much seals Ojisan at 3rd place unless something happens with these 2 remaining full combos.
Well, I wouldn't say sealed at 3rd place just yet, because this accuracy for Ojisan is not that much higher than dressurf's now. I would say dressurf has a real opportunity to come back, potentially, with that miss from Ojisan before. But definitely Tyrcs and Chiwi, with those full combos, that means quite a lot for them. They are going to maintain the first top 2 spots if nothing changes in this last quarter.
Yeah, it's like clarification. It should be at most 3rd placer for Ojisan, unless something really big happens to these 2 remaining full combos. Like the consistency Chiwi and Tyrcs have shown here. Despite like these pretty wacky note placements, really, like they're not getting phased at all.
Oh,
and
another miss from dressurf. That is going to seal the deal there for dressurf at 4th place. Looks like we will see Ojisan at 3rd, Tyrcs 2nd, and Chiwi with a ridiculous score. Wait, that was 3 200s for both Chiwi and Tyrcs, but look at that ratio. That's more than 1-to-10.
That is impressive here coming from Chiwi. Also, just a note, like Ojisan only dropped an LN. It wasn't even like a full-on miss.
Yeah, it was a really kind of like weird, like calm LN section there. But that was a pretty good pick, all things considered, for Tyrcs. Getting that 2nd place with a solid full combo, even though didn't get that 1st place, now we can see Tyrcs all the way up to 2nd in the rankings, tied with dressurf. And that is going to be all of our round of 16 picks. Those were the easiest 3 picks we are going to be seeing, and plenty of misses coming out as well. It's only going to get harder from here on, especially with the next one being Kura's pick.
Okay, so we have Tsuzumi. And I remember this chart being...
Hybrid
like,
3.
Yeah, I remember this chart being pretty difficult, really. And there's also the stamina factor considering the length of the chart.
Yeah, 4 minutes long. And actually not much information that I have, at least from the MWC itself on this chart.
Yeah.
This wasn't played that much. And I'll tell you the number 1 score was from Arkwin with 971k. So we actually don't have scores from any of these players here. A little bit of an unknown.
Mm-hmm. Actually, the only thing I remember was like of the top teams who managed to play this, so like the Philippines. Like I remember their strategy back then was like have Shadowkin and Arquin do most of the plays in the early rounds, really. We didn't really see Ojisan in action until much, much later in the tournament.
Yeah, Ojisan definitely one of those players that is stronger as the tournament goes on, but that's kind of the thing with all 4 of these players. Really, is I expect all 4 of these players to get relatively stronger as the quote unquote tournament goes on here. So these early points, even though, you know, a little bit act based, a little bit luck based with some of the misses, they are super important because all 4 can crush grand finals pool even.
Okay, so going into this chart, again, we have Kiwi in the lead with 17 points, Turks and dressurf tied at 12, Ojisan trailing by some 7 points from the leader of the pack. Again,
only 2 points away from the other 2 Ojisan is still maintaining competitive here.
Okay, accuracy wise, we're now seeing Turks this time around in the lead with a 99.9 in this intro. On this particularly long chart, one of the longer charts really in this entire pool.
And that means the accuracy is going to matter all that much more. So these early acts do matter quite a bit, and we see a bit of an act drop from Tyrcs and dressurf there. Tyrcs, dressurf, and Ojisan all with similar acts, but there's a miss early on from dressurf.
Yeah, a pretty uncharacteristic drop there coming from dressurf. And Chewy! Well.
Oh, okay. First curse. We're getting out of the way. Okay, the Chewy finds a miss, unfortunately. So does dressurf, so those 2 breaking the 4 combos, but the accuracies for both of them notably are still very high. And singular misses, as we said before, singular misses don't really matter all that much when it comes to 4-minute long maps. If that accuracy is better than the other players, you will get the higher score if it's just 1 or 2 misses.
Yeah, like it's easy to recover. It's easy to recover the lost score really from the misses really, especially with the high accuracy coming in. So I'd say that Kiwi still has a case to get the lead off Ojisan here.
Well, Chiwi and Ojisan tied in accuracy right now, so Ojisan would have the advantage, but Chiwi, I think, should be beating out Tyrcs. Even though it's a small accuracy advantage, that is significant when it comes to 4 minutes long. And dressurf, unfortunately, trailing by a little bit. Oh, a bit of an act drop there from Tyrcs. Now definitely Chiwi in the lead, or I would say in second place. Ojisan still with the first place lead at the halfway point.
Yeah, like what Ojisan currently Ojisan cannot afford dropping a bit more accuracy here at this point. Like if they want to get their first place on the board.
And that will be huge. That's a big score boost if you manage to get any first place at all here. But Chiwi's still pushing the AC higher and higher. If Chiwi keeps increasing this accuracy, that 1 miss advantage will disappear. I think that was Client. Yeah, I think that was Client. Yeah, it was.
But the accuracy did drop to a 99.72. So the scores are going to be fairly close here between Kiwi and Ojisan here.
Yeah, tiniest of margins. And now I can kind of see the score lead between Tyrcs and dressurf also is going to get quite close. dressurf now overtaking Tyrcs in the accuracy, despite that 1 miss from dressurf earlier. Those scores might be just about tied as well.
So we have 2 battles. We're seeing here a battle for third, a battle for first.
Oh, but the accuracies for all 4 players are kind of shrinking in. You can see Chiwi and Ojisan both dropping. Everyone around the 99.6 mark. This could still be anyone's point.
Yeah, the scores have practically converged now. We only have a few seconds left in this chart, and I don't think we'll be able to see the true differences really until we see the result screens. Hold on to your seats, folks, because this is going to be a pretty wild few seconds here.
Oh, it's so tense. The accuracies are so close. All 4 players hovering around the same.
Kiwi with the best act going out of this.
But
Is it
Ojisan
enough?
gets the win. Ojisan definitely gets the win off of that. It looks like by 1,000
Oh, 1,000
points.
points.
A clean FC despite the ratio from Chiwi proving to be the best in the lobby. I think, oh wait, the dressurf also beating tyrcs by 300 points. And all 4 players within 3,000 points of each other on such a difficult map. Once again, I mean, all 4 of these scores would be number 1 in MWC.
Yeah, that's the thing. Especially
that
for
might be a pattern.
I think that's gonna be the. I think that's like the biggest thing that we're gonna see, especially for the more unpopular picks in this in the MWC pools overall. Like especially those charts that we just didn't see the top teams really play. And there you go, the first place from Ojisan. Look at it, like Ojisan was last place. Now they're second.
Look what happens all of a sudden. Shooting straight up, only 3 points behind the leader now for with Chiwi, but Chiwi maintaining that first place because of the second place finish on that map. Still placing well despite missing out on that first place. Oh, actually, 22 updated? Hold on. What was Chiwi on before? 17 plus 5. Yeah, it should be 22.
Yep.
So 22 to 17. It is a 5-point lead right now for Chiwi. As we're getting into Chiwi's pick. This is Rice 6.
The faster of the 2 Chords team picks if this was MWC.
Oh, but this is a potentially risky pick for Chiwi though, because this is a map that I imagine is going to be very comfortable for all 4 players. It is going to be another one of these insanely close accuracy fests if all players manage to FC.
Okay, so here comes this chart. Well, was this a popular pick among top teams back then?
Let's have a bit of a look. I believe it was. Yeah, the most picked map of this round, actually. 48 players getting a score here. dressurf with the number 2 individual score. Ojisan with the number 3 individual score.
Who scored number 1 that time?
Panic.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, pretty understandable.
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 It had to be a pretty ridiculous ratio as well.
Hold up. Speaking of ridiculous ratio, you see what I'm seeing?
We don't talk about that.
I'm not mentioning that. dressurf right now with a really strong ratio himself at 99.88. Ojisan and tyrcs trailing behind a little bit, but holding strong still themselves at 99.8, just about. I don't want to mention what shall not be named.
Yeah. Well, anyways, does appear that tyrcs has a slight accuracy lead over Ojisan right now, but Ojisan is just right there. Like, any single goal 300 might actually spell the difference between tyrcs and Ojisan right now.
And really important for both of those players as well to get the extra points that come from being 3rd or 2nd. dressurf right now pulling himself ahead of the bottom 2 players. So it looks like all of these positions are fairly comfortable for all the players except for those last 2 between tyrcs and Ojisan, who will get 3rd, is the real battle here, it seems, towards the end of the map.
Ooh, we're just a few moments left. I'm pretty excited.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Yeah. Is this on pace to beat Botanic?
Yes, easily. It would not even be close. This is insane.
998, 817, 62.
Have we ever seen ratio like this on a non-core jack map? Like that doesn't just beat Botanic, that crushes Botanic's score. Over 1,000 points better than Botanic's score.
Ooh, that's spicy.
That is crazy. But it does look like tyrcs did end up winning that 3rd place duel, so he will be able to get the 3 points. Ojisan only with the 2 points in the end there. And that just means that Chiwi is extending this lead. 29, a full 10 points away from 2nd place. And Turks, dressurf, and Ojisan are all kind of trading back and forth these positions.
Yeah, like this is what a full chart and a half lead here for Chiwi.
Yeah, I mean, I think has Chiwi come last at all? I don't think he has.
He hasn't. Like his form has been like what? First, second, second, first?
Yeah, he's just been consistently placing, even on the maps that other players are popping off on really hard.
Okay, so now up next is a pick coming from dressurf here. We have Ataraxia. A chart by ET Blocko.
This is going to be the last quarterfinals pick, and it is going to be LN3. This is the first LN map that we've seen.
Also, another dynamic we have to monitor in this match is the difficulty of the pools. Like, the further we go into this show match, the pools are going to be harder and harder. If you're a player here who really specializes in getting accuracy on the easier picks, you might as well get as many points as you can as possible right now, because you don't know if you're able to maintain the advantage that you have once we go to the later charts where like let's say these more late game oriented players you'd expect to pop off.
Oh, absolutely. Like this lead is not safe whatsoever, because I can imagine any three of the other players, Turks, dressurf, Ojisan, you can just imagine them in a finals or grand finals pool just getting first on every map and then winning, right?
Yeah. You know what would be funny? If, like, at the end, there's a tie for placements. Should they also play Lost Requiem?
Okay, yeah, that has to be a rule. That has to be a rule.
Like, if after 15 charts there's a tie, they have to play Lost Requiem.
How about we just make them play it anyway? Let's make it 16.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure it's mathematically possible.
Fun fact about this map, though, is that number 1, 2, and 3 individual scores in MWC were dressurf, Ojisan, and Turks in that order. All with very, very close scores.
And I'm pretty sure Chiwi was the one who made the replay for the showcase.
And we can see it right here.
So, yeah.
All scores right now are hovering around 99.7. They're all very high. Chiwi actually with the third highest accuracy right now. Dressurf dropping a little bit lower down to 99.6. So this could be the opportunity the other players are looking for to try and farm some of those points, try and catch up a little bit with Chiwi. Oh, there's a miss from dressurf, though.
Okay, so pretty uncharacteristic one here coming from dressurf yet again. But I'm pretty sure dressurf is just buying his time, I think, until we see like the harder charts in the pool really kick in. Oh, they're just trying to get as many points as possible.
Look at the other three accuracies. We've got
Turks!
Miss. Oh, that might drop him below dressurf. Now he's definitely below dressurf. A massive miss coming out there. Dressurf now in third place, and Chiwi looking like in prime position to take another first place on another map.
That's another miss coming from Turks. Pretty unfortunate there. So now, Chiwi gets a first place or fourth?
It's been quite a few.
My math is not mathing. And Ojisan scoring a pretty vital second place here.
I think so far Ojisan's been really consistent with the FCs, just losing out in the ratio for these easier maps early on. So if Ojisan can keep up this combo ability, that is going to start gaining points pretty quickly for him in the later stages of the match.
Okay, so now we're moving to the semifinals level in this pool.
Yes, semifinals, yeah. Gonna be Turks pick first for the semifinals here.
And we immediately get an acid test ready for these players with 6 acid strings from Big Maxis. Like, if there's a Turks pick, this is definitely a Turks pick.
Oh, this one is a rough one, isn't it? This one's a
Oh,
technical
it's
one.
yeah, it's a technical pick. Like I remember this was played with random during that one show
Oh
match.
my god, you're right. Oh, this is it's the trills, right?
Yeah, the thrills. That's
The trills.
gosh, man, the memories are coming back. The
We
memories of
gotta.
that stupid power outage that happened to me that time.
Oh my god. We gotta reintroduce the random for this map. That was so funny.
Yeah, can we play this with random?
I'm not sure if the players want to though.
Yeah,
They might kill their
I
they
don't
might
think
kill
so.
their fingers.
I don't think so. They are playing for 5 months of supporter, so I don't think we're allowed to request that. Well, anyways, here comes six acid strings.
Now this is a miss map if I've ever seen one. Big miss potential even for these players. We might see some significant point swings.
And I think, and again, like we're in the semifinals level. Ojisan with a pretty early miss, and that's actually a pretty rough start coming from Ojisan. But anyways, back to where I was. Again, we're in the semifinals level of the pool. We're gonna be seeing some of the more late game oriented players start to show their form in this match. But it's just really dependent on when they're gonna show their cards for the most part. And there comes Chiwi, the first miss, and tyrcs as well following up. Oji-san's
full combos gone except for dressurf. Dressurf the only full combo. Oji-san's miss, notably, doesn't decrease his score as much as the Chiwi or tyrcs miss, but Oji-san's accuracy still trying to build up, still below the other three players.
But Oji-san's accuracy has been increasing at a pretty decent pace at least.
Right now, looks like dressurf should be number one, Chiwi second, tyrcs third by a little bit. But it's still quite early on into the map, a fairly long map, all things considered, over 3 minutes, and plenty of more miss potential coming through. We can see these trills.
Oh man, I remember those becoming like what, like a one,
like single hand trills.
Yeah. Oh man, like that was single hand with the thumb.
Yeah, imagine the 1-2 trills.
Oh man.
Oh, the thumb as well. Yeah, I remember that one.
Okay, as it stands, Chibi has practically recovered from that miss earlier, like just like a thousand or 2,000 points behind the dresser here. tyrcs with yet another miss, and that will shoot them down to 4th place in this chart.
Yeah,
as it stands, even with Ojisan with the accuracy disadvantage.
That was the third miss from tyrcs as well, so that does definitely put below Ojisan. Ojisan with the kind of half a miss, you would say, not even a full miss since it was so early. So now coming down a little bit to dressurf versus Chiwi for that first place, as Chiwi's accuracy now is the best in the lobby, despite the one miss from him earlier, kind of feeling similar to that map that we saw earlier on the Hybrid 3.
And I think Chiwi's just like, wait, okay, that's like less than 3,000 points. There's still enough time.
Definitely winnable for Chiwi, yeah. dressurf, a bit of an act drop as well, down to 99.73. Chiwi's act lead is increasing over time.
It might be, it should be enough, I think. That is one heck of a recovery from a miss.
Oh, it's hard to call. I think dressurf still has the lead.
Hundred? A few hundred?
I think okay, dressurf still has the lead, yeah.
That's just enough for dressurf.
Oh, just barely, but 990k for Chiwi with a miss. That's why he's been able to get these points, and Chiwi a second place dressurf with a much needed first place. And Oji-san third, tyrcs fourth. tyrcs going to need to pull out some first places to come back in this one now.
Yeah, this is I think Kiwi's ratio, this chart pretty much built up, like help Kiwi recover the disadvantage they had from that one miss.
Yeah, Chewy with the 1 to 10, my god. That's
Yeah,
not a
that's
map that you get
ridiculous.
1 to 10 on at all.
That's ridiculous. Okay, up next is Chorus pick, and we have Gekko Cho. And I forgot what LN4 was back then. Like, what was the...
LN4, this is
Was
the
it
Kodako map.
mix?
No, this was coordination.
Ford. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. I remember the Kodako map was coordination. First taste we're getting of this particular skill set, and potentially the only one. But this one is the type of map that you will expect some combo breaks with. These coordination maps notoriously hard to maintain full combos on. And if you do miss, that score is going to dip real quick.
This is a fairly fast, pretty fast chart, really, like drain time wise.
Interestingly as well, this is another one that we did see two of these players play. South Korea played it, but dressurf was not on the South Korean roster for this map. But tyrcs getting the 3rd individual score on this map. Ojisan with the 5th in MWC with very similar high, like 980Ks for both of them.
And all I remember was like Japan, I think, scored really high on this team-wise.
Butanic scored a nuts score out of nowhere that I did not expect that he was capable of.
Of all teams,
it's the Rice team. Yeah.
The Rice team scored highest in the entire pool.
Probably the most surprising single map result that I've seen in 7K, but I do think Japan does have that propensity to just randomly get #1 on maps you don't expect them to.
Oh, so, be cool. Yep.
Interesting accuracy kind of spread here. We've got tyrcs #1, 99.76, a fair amount ahead of the other players, and dressurf with a miss, a big act drop at that as well.
Yeah, and that will shoot them down to 4th place pretty much if the accuracy just wasn't a clear signal enough for that. Kiwi and tyrcs tied at 99 points, at the low 99.7 practically.
And that's an important battle as well. tyrcs really needs this 1st place and also needs to deny Chiwi any more 1st places, but that's a miss coming from tyrcs, traded with dressurf. I say traded, but
yeah,
dressurf gets another. It's not really a trade.
I mean, I guess you could call it one. Just a trade with the wrong person, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, tyrcs and dressurf were not exactly competing with each other for a spot there. dressurf solidly in 4th place right now, but another, I guess, trade again from those two players, while Ojisan and Chiwi maintain the full combos for each other. It is Chiwi in the lead, but not by much. A little bit of an act drop could be enough here.
But I don't think there's enough notes left, and that's another 1st place here coming from Chiwi.
Chiwi's on fire. He's FCing everything. Oh, it would have been really close for tyrcs if it not for those couple misses. That ratio and that 200 count is really solid for him. But Chiwi again #1, Ojisan again #2, and tyrcs #3, dressurf #4 in this one. So it looks like Ojisan dressurf still maintaining the 2nd place level here. It feels like Ojisan's been getting consistently 2nd, 3rd in every map.
Yeah.
While dressurf has been alternating between like 1st and 4th, which is
Meanwhile, tyrcs needs to score big here. Now we have an OSO original coming from this World Cup, Foxglove, saxophone, like a saxophone banger.
Yeah, this one's a nice song. I like this one. The hybrid one as well, so more of like the straightforward, I guess, hybrid. A bit faster BPM wise than some of the other hybrids we've seen.
Okay. Okay, so while we're okay, I just have to know, like Kiwi has like what? Two charts and a fourth place lead over dressurf and Ojisan right now.
Yeah, it's a pretty big lead. Because the maximum points, like remember, the maximum points you can really gain on any player is 5, right? If you get first and the other player gets last. So
yeah.
Chiwi's going to need a last place a few times if dressurf and Ojisan want to come back, and it's going to have to start pretty soon. They can't be affording Chiwi any more number ones, it feels like, as we're getting kind of halfway through these picks now. But as it seems right now, Chiwi with once again a bit of an ACK lead. 99.8, dressurf hot on his tail.
Yeah, someone has to take that lead down pretty much. They gotta start catching up. As it stands out, tyrcs remaining at 4, trading everyone, but not too behind, not that much behind Ojisan.
And all these acts are really close. All 4 players holding very similar acts. It's anyone's game, but it feels like we've had a lot of situations like this, and Chiwi just wins out on all of them.
Yeah, I think Kiwi's ratio has practically helped them pretty much throughout this entire thing. Like Kiwi has had the best ratio pretty much the entire match, and there's a miss coming from tyrcs, and that is not a miss that you want if you are tyrcs or supporting tyrcs in this one.
Yeah, gonna start falling further and further behind now. But still, dressurf, the closest one right now to Chiwi, who's still number 1 off of the ratio.
Again, there's like this final third of the chart where the difficulty does spike up a little bit. Gonna be interesting to see how everyone is going to negotiate that in this case.
Ooh,
and there comes the last person you really want to miss here if you want them to catch up on the leaderboard pretty much. Ojisan also going down below 99.7, and that will put them at most 3rd place as it stands. Like, there's still some room for them to catch up, but they need to pick up their accuracy or hope that either Chibi or dressurf really get a massive drop somewhere in the final quarter of this chart.
I feel like that's just kind of the pattern. It seems that in the later halves of all of these maps, Chibi is just not dropping the accuracy where the other players are on some of these trickier patterns towards the end. Just the consistency with the ratio is really getting them far, and tyrcs with another miss. Looking like that's going to be the 4th place for tyrcs as we see 3 full combos still in, as Chiwi secures again another 1st place with dressurf 2nd, Ojisan 3rd.
Okay, now let's go back to the leaderboard. Going into the final chart, if somebody is in the lead by at least 6 points, they won't be caught up. Nobody can catch them anymore. Like, considering the maximum you could gain to a person is like 5, as you mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, we do have 6 maps left. Well, that was the last of the semifinals. We've got 6 maps remaining, so theoretically, it is possible to catch up 30 points. It is still possible for tyrcs to win. Mathematically, but he does have to win like every map from now on.
Okay, now, speaking of which, we're going to the finals level now, and right on the get-go, we're gonna see the only EX pick in this entire show match. And since this is finals level, this is practically like a quote-unquote 4th grand finals level chart.
Yeah, this is a funny one. Because yeah, not only are we increasing the Mappool level, but we're also picking the EX, so we're suddenly shooting up like at least 1.5 pools of difficulty from the last pick to this one. And this is one did we see anyone FC this? Did dressurf FC?
I'm pretty sure someone FC'd.
I think only dressurf could have.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the scores right now. No other scores were anywhere near an FC, I don't think. We saw, for example, Ojisan getting a 996k, Turks getting a 966.
Oh my god, 996.
Okay.
This would be...
Well, all the numbers are hard. Numbers are confusing.
I mean, anything 99 something here would be pretty ridiculous, I'd say.
No, definitely not. Turks with the 967, but dressurf got the 986k in the match.
Oh boy. All right, here comes the Cursed Bloom. Honestly, like, okay, I said like the max. You said that the maximum possible game is 5 points, but let's say somebody disconnects this match.
Wait, did disconnect what 0 or
Yeah.
what? Is that a rule?
I mean, I've run a certain tournament. Like, it was a LAN tournament that follows the same rule set. I think we gave like what full on escape from multiplayer 0 points or something like that. And I'm not sure if it applies in this case. But would be...
Oh, we'll see. I don't expect
we'll
any of these players to be doing anything like that. They surely have good internet. Miss early on from dressurf and a later one from Ojisan here. The Ojisan one matters a little bit more. So right now, battle between Turks and Chiwi for first place in this one. But this is absolutely a map where missing is not the end of the world. We are not expecting full combos on this map. Everyone's going to miss at some point, surely.
Pretty impressive that we're still seeing three full combos really here. And Ojisan's accuracy isn't far behind both dressurf and Turks. Like, which is pretty impressive really considering the difficulty of this chart. So this is far from over.
Still the Ak lead in Chiwi's favor right now, so he has a bit of a buffer in first place, but the other player is still doing well. There's a miss from Chiwi.
There's a miss from
Big
Chiwi.
miss as well. Wait, that was a huge
So now
backdrop.
it's Turks. So it should be Turks in the lead as of the moment, and this is pretty huge. But no!
Miss coming out of Turks there. Everyone's had their own miss. The accuracy is looking exceptionally close between all four players. Chiwi drops the Ak down a little bit to the 99.3s. Perhaps Chiwi's in last place right now. That's not something I've had to say really at all this match so far, but very tiny difference. I think everyone's had just about one miss.
Okay, so if my eyes are not failing me right now, it should be either Ojisan or dressurf. Actually, Ojisan with a very, very slight lead, I think, as we saw that buffer.
I think dressurf did miss twice, technically, even if one of them was really early. So Ojisan maybe with a tiny combo lead, but the accuracy is very competitive. All four players now in that 99.4 range. I can't believe we're seeing Ak this close towards the end. The misses are going to decide at Turks. That was such a clean miss. Wait, how did he miss?
Yeah.
What? His Ak didn't change.
Yeah, I guess it's like a full button not being pressed, I think. But wait, that's a pretty clean one.
It's pretty clean, but no one else finds the miss. Who ended up winning? I think it might have been dressurf in the end. Let's have a look. No, Ojisan with 100 points above dressurf. So Ojisan, dressurf, Chiwi third, with Turks being fourth. All of them within just like 9,000 points there on such a difficult map.
Ooh. Well, that's a prelude to the grand finals level, I'd say.
Yeah, we can see as these are getting harder. I think some of these players, Ojisan, looking at him, he is picking it up. Maybe not the best ratio, but the combo ability is out of this world.
Okay, so now Chiwi still with a 16-point lead ahead of dressurf and Ojisan, who are both tied at 42. With 5 charts remaining. Again, the magic number here is 6. if the first place is 6 points ahead of any of the second placers by the 15th chart, it will be mathematically impossible unless something funny happens.
It still is a pretty big lead. So
Yeah.
if Chiwi manages to pull off, you know, even 1 or 2 more first places, that is enough to seal it. It's up to these other players. Like, they need to deny Chiwi these first places from now on for the rest of the competition.
Actually, it might not be even deny Chiwi a first place. Like, deny Chiwi a second place even.
Yeah, they got to put Chiwi down to those bottom 2, and that's a team effort. It is now Chiwi versus the other 3 players for the rest of the match, it feels like. And this is going to be another hybrid. We're returning to these hybrids. A tyrcs pick, this one is.
This one was fairly picked short back in the finals weekend.
Yeah, we had a decent number of picks. More than the other hybrid, that's for sure, with 0 picks.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, tyrcs actually with the number 2 individual score, and Ojisan struggling quite a lot on this one. But I don't know whether that was due to other circumstances, perhaps. It looks like more of a, I don't know, scroll speed kind of score.
I guess. Does look like what? Because considering what we're seeing right now, this is more bang on what we see from Ojisan for the most part.
Yeah, so far, pretty close scores for everyone so far. Good accuracies coming out of tyrcs and Chiwi. dressurf not far behind. Ojisan at that 99.5 as well. But with the difficulty of pool, of course, misses are going to decide it here. And tyrcs, dressurf, both fighting the misses. And
if you were tyrcs, like, I don't think like you want those drops as well, because tyrcs was in the lead when they had the combo breaks, which is pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, that's the thing. tyrcs has been kind of coming off to some incredibly good starts in pretty much all of these maps, like tying in first place for accuracy, but just not managing to hold on to the combo long enough to capitalize on it. And with another miss coming out of both tyrcs and dressurf, they are definitely put into those last 2 third and 4th positions. It's up to Ojisan now to try and overtake Chiwi, as Chiwi's still in first place on the accuracy. Both of the full combos still up for those 2 players.
Like half a tenth ahead Chiwi is, but that miss, and it's a fairly clean one. It barely dropped their accuracy at all. That might be an Ellen break.
Okay, that's the opportunity for Ojisan to come back in. Halfway mark though still, so lots of comeback potential. And in fact, tyrcs now with the accuracy building back up, catching up to Chiwi, but there's another miss.
Unfortunate. Very unfortunate miss here coming from tyrcs. But again, this is a long chart. Enough room to recover. We've seen tyrcs recover that accuracy pretty fast.
You say enough to recover. It's also enough for Chiwi to recover from that miss. If Chiwi wants to snag that first place once again, Ojisan's going to have to keep up the pressure.
Ojisan, interestingly enough, is like hitting a bit earlier than ideal.
I think ultimately that should be fine on a map like this level. Obviously, not going to help having worse ratio, but right now the combo is more important. Just keeping decent accuracy should be enough, as tyrcs find another miss. Actually drops a little bit from Ojisan, but still should be ahead of Chiwi, perhaps, still, by a little bit.
Just a tiny bit, if any. And there's a drop coming from dressurf. That would actually make the battle for 3rd place interesting here, between tyrcs and dressurf.
dressurf versus tyrcs is going to be very close, as is Chiwi and Ojisan still. Chiwi with a little bit of a lead. dressurf and tyrcs really not finding this fun when it comes to these jacks, this technical patenting.
And I think Chiwi might have snagged the lead now from Ojisan.
I think that's enough point lead for Chiwi. That is a whole 0.1% gap that he managed to increase that score by, and it's going to be by 1,000 points. 1,001 points, I should say. that Chiwi wins another first place by Ojisan with the full
Oh
combo
boy.
not even being enough.
Now, let's see. How many cards are there remaining? There should be like,
4
what,
now.
4? So,
So 20 points ahead is going to be enough.
yeah.
And right now it is 18 points ahead.
Yeah, if
Guys,
Kiwi
it is
gets 2 more
possible.
points. If Kiwi gets 2 more points, which is like a 4th place, we might be able to say that Kiwi has won this entire thing by the next turn.
So hold on. Dressurf can
If my math is...
theoretically tie first if he gets first place
Yeah.
4 times in a row and Chiwi gets 4th place 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
Oji-san could win right out if he gets first place 4 times in a row and Chiwi gets last place 4 times in a row. But all
Yeah.
of these things, I think Chiwi can... If Chiwi gets second once, it's over.
It's over, yeah.
If Chiwi gets
Third
place if Chiwi gets third place twice, then it's
Yeah.
still possible to tie for Oji-san. As long as Oji-san, I mean, Oji-san also has to get first 4 times. So
Yeah.
it's rough. It's
Yeah.
mathematically possible, but practically we'll have to see. Oji-san's been performing really well, so I can definitely believe that the four first places in a row is possible, especially at the harder map pools. But we're also
like, honestly, a part of me is just saying, like, hey. Yeah.
I was gonna say we have to
Like,
see
yeah.
Turks and dressurf like crush for these next 4 maps.
Yep. Like, the one thing I honestly want to see is, like, if there's a tie for first place, and then you just want them to figure out, like, how are they gonna break the tie? They're gonna play Lost Requiem.
Yeah, no, I don't think there's any other option. Like, when you say that, it has to be Lost Requiem. No other option is possible. Surely, actually, why don't we just make another rule? What if we just play Lost Requiem after and make it worth like 3 times the points?
Yeah.
But we'll see. This one is an LN map, of course. 2.5 minutes long, decently sized. This one more density focused, I believe. And one that I know Oji-san is very comfortable with. Definitely a extremely strong LN player when it comes to the harder ones.
We're seeing things buffer a bit. Just so waiting for everything to sync up again. That might be client. Or not, actually. It's a pretty long...
Yeah, I don't think that was client. That might have been
that's
a real
not client.
miss. But still not too bad of a miss, still with the high accuracy for Turks. But remember, it's not just a battle, you know, between Oji-san and Chiwi or dressurf and Chiwi. All 3 of these players have to beat Chiwi in pretty much every map for anyone to overtake him. And if Turks, Turks missing again there. Chiwi just needs a second place to guarantee first.
Yeah. Like, Oji-san has to overtake Kiwi. At the very least.
Oh.
Oh.
Turks?
I hope that's not what I think it is. Because that would be sad.
We'll see what happens, but it so far does look like Chiwi with a bit of a lead. dressurf not too far behind. Okay, Turks is still in the lobby. Just a bit of delay in the internet connection. But I think dressurf and Oji-san both need to overtake Chiwi in this last section. And that really does depend on Chiwi himself making a mistake.
Yeah, like, this is gonna be a really hard task now. For dressurf and Oji-san, really. Like, that's like just like a third of a tenth of accuracy. Kiwi is starting to drop some accuracy. That might give some hope here. Oji-san needs to pick up the accuracy though.
Wait, this accuracy is so close. All 3 players are at exactly the same accuracy, but dressurf a miss. And that miss might just give Chiwi first place in the tournament.
Yeah. Well, that's Kiwi getting the magic number here.
Not just first place in the tournament, that's another first place in the
First
map.
place, yeah. So that's mathematical. It's mathematically impossible now for anyone to get first place aside from Kiwi. So now this is going to be practically a battle for second place.
Yeah, we're going to have to see who comes second between dressurf and Ojisan. Interestingly enough, I think Ojisan's in the lead by 4 points over dressurf. So a close one between
Yep.
those two players. Chiwi guaranteed first. Tyrcs, I think, is now guaranteed last as well, unfortunately.
So we only have dressurf and Ojisan really battling for placements here, with 3 charts remaining.
Grand Finals difficulty now, as we're getting an LN1 Grand Finals full inverse.
Here we have X's, and this is a pick by Kiwi as well. Time to see how everything goes here.
Yeah, this was played quite a few times actually. Ojisan getting 980k. Wow. Okay.
I think the 4 players in the room don't know what the math that we're doing right now, because they're talking about like dresser Ojisan and Kiwi facing each other. I think, if I read the chat correctly.
We'll
Anyways, we
see.
carry on.
Of course, pride's still on the line. We want to see some insane performances on the Grand Finals pool. And this is the kind of map that I would expect Ojisan to really excel in, these higher difficulty full LN.
This is some really impressive form now, shown by everyone who's still everyone here with a full combo. I'll make that 3. Make that 2. And the difference between the 2 full combos is like what? A 10th and a half.
Yeah, Chiwi with some ridiculous accuracy right now. This is not the kind of map that you're supposed to be able to act. This is more of a combo map for sure. Tyrcs now dropping below 99%. Unfortunately there. Tyrcs definitely, in my mind, still more of a Rice player, so that makes a bit more sense. But it is a bit of a battle between the full combos. Chiwi and Ojisan.
There's like a significant increase in density, really, as you enter this climax section where it's just practically an inverted chord scene. There comes a miss coming from Kiwi, and that should give Ojisan some opportunity to catch up. But there's still quite an advantage from Kiwi. I think like a few thousand points, pretty negligible though, and I think that might be. Actually, no.
It's pretty close.
Is there enough time?
One more miss might do it for Chiwi.
Yeah.
I think Chiwi might still have a bit of a lead, but not by much whatsoever. Full combo still in play. dressurf finding chain misses there, dropping down to 99%. But are we going to see 2 full combos on this map? No way. No, sorry, one full combo.
One full combo.
Chiwi's score is just better than the full combo.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. God. Again, ratio. Like, we're seeing practically similar ratios here coming from dressurf, Tyrcs, and Ojisan.
Grand Finals map pool is not hard enough. It's not hard enough for Chiwi to find it difficult whatsoever, apparently. It is still a game.
And now, last 2 charts. 2 Rice picks. And we're gonna have the technical pick coming from dressurf here. We have 100 carat smoke point.
Oh, this is a really tricky one.
Ooh.
I think there were some really low scores on this one in the tournament, were there not?
Everyone's like, Tyrcs just said, dressurf music taste rated.
This one was played by both dressurf and tyrcs, both players getting in the 930k range on this map. So that is a very large indicator of how difficult a map we're talking about here.
Well, I guess of like the only player we haven't really seen the first place from is tyrcs. And I think this will be the best opportunity for tyrcs to get the first place finally in the show match.
He's come so close though, is the thing. He's gotten such good accuracy, such good starts. A couple maps he had like the best ratio even, and the best accuracy.
Yeah.
Just the misses have been coming at the most inopportune times for him.
We gotta root for tyrcs to get the first place somewhere here.
Oh, for sure. And this is kind of what he would specialize in, if anything. There is an early miss though. But we are expecting more misses. That's not going to be the only one for sure. Other players should follow suit pretty soon, as everyone, you can see the accuracy is dropping below 99% for pretty much all 4 players.
There's a drop away from TV, dropping the no more players above 99%. Well, at least for this moment.
Finally, giving an opportunity for someone else maybe to get that first place on a map. dressurf does find a miss himself though. It's only Ojisan with that full combo. And Aclead actually in Chiwi's favor once again.
Oh man, this is ridiculously hard.
These patterns are just so mean. Like, look at all of these patterns, they're just disgusting to be able to play. And oh, that's a big drop from Chiwi as well. Chiwi looking maybe at the 3rd place right now so far. dressurf does find another miss. Chiwi and dressurf are probably going to be staying pretty close to each other. tyrcs is not far behind, but I think Ojisan right now is the one in the solid lead.
Yeah. Like, we haven't talked about Ojisan that much. Like, they're like all of a sudden they're at 3,000 combo.
Oh, I don't want to. I know I don't want to talk about him. No, don't talk about him.
Oh my gosh.
No. But still should be in the lead. dressurf getting a couple more
should
misses.
be enough. Yeah.
Wait, or is it? Wait, no. Chiwi and Ojisan's scores are so similar. I actually can't tell who's in the lead
they're very close.
now. tyrcs does find another miss, but tyrcs is caught up in the accuracy as well. tyrcs and dressurf now with similar scores as well. Maybe tyrcs is 3rd in this one.
Yep. Oh no, don't say Chiwi's gonna hit 5%. No!
That might do it. I think, did Ojisan get the first place off of that miss? 9-5-9, yes!
5,
Ojisan gets it.
There you go.
And all so close between tyrcs and dressurf as well. tyrcs just a little bit behind. But all 4 players would have gotten 2nd place with these scores. They're all so close to each other.
What's the first place? Why is that?
Predictably. Why is the grand finals demon.
970 something, right? Or was it 980? Oh, 966.
The only 99% that we've ever seen on this map in tournament.
Yeah, pretty ridiculous. TV was a few moments away from that.
Wait, imagine that map on random though.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we requested that when the All-Stars match happened.
Oh, it's too silly. They weren't prepared for the silliness.
I'm pretty sure they did play it on random during that show.
Did they? My memory is just dead.
Okay, so now for our last chart, we have Kodoku no Kakurenbo. And this is the final pick from tyrcs as well. So we're closing out.
As well, all 4 of them, all 4 of the places are guaranteed now. So Chiwi 1st, Ojisan 2nd, dressurf 3rd, and tyrcs 4th. But this one, Rice 1, we haven't seen a Rice 1 so far. This is going to be the only speed map that we're seeing of the pool, and it is going to be the grand final speed.
And again, we have to hope that tyrcs finally gets a first place.
Go tyrcs, go tyrcs.
Go tyrcs.
tyrcs got #1 on this map in MWC. He can do it.
Here comes the first miss coming from dressurf, a pretty uncharacteristic one as well at the very beginning.
another miss from dressurf. Not feeling the start of this map at all. Dropping below 99%.
Yeah, like the start of the start is like very abrasive already. Like if the mere fact like this is a 220 BPM vocal dump chart, like if that isn't abrasive enough.
I'm not mentioning names. Except for Chiwi and Ojisan. They have the
Chiwi
full
and Ojisan, they have
combo.
full combo.
99.5, 99.4 for those two players in particular, going through the first third of the chart just about. It's looking like the players are finding this a lot more comfortable than the previous two maps at the very least. But dressurf kind of trailing a little bit behind due to those misses.
Yeah, Chibi as of the moment, leading the duel between himself and Ojisan right now. And there comes a miss from Kiwi.
Chiwi finding the miss. Only 2 full combos left. As we're reaching the halfway point of the map just about. dressurf's accuracy looking to try and increase back up again to match Chiwi's and Ojisan's.
Ojisan, like the accuracy is just not there as of the moment, but
it's dipping quite a lot.
Yeah.
dressurf does get the other miss though, so dressurf definitely in 4th place right now on this map. Ojisan probably below Chiwi, despite the miss from Chiwi. No! Okay, tyrcs unfortunately dropping that full combo, but still the high accuracy.
Yeah, but like as it stands, Ojisan is with the lead, has the lead right now. Okay, Surf. Curse 285. Go, Curse Ojisan right now.
Ojisan with the incredible full combo. Can he keep the full combo? He's so good. He's full comboing the map. 3,800 combo.
Oh my god, don't say.
It would be such a shame for Ojisan to miss right at the end of the map.
No, don't say. Don't say he's full comboing.
Oh, that was such a good score from tyrcs as well. tyrcs had that. Oh
man. Well, we tried. Don't say we didn't try.
tyrcs is cooking. Look at tyrcs.
Yeah,
look
tyrcs ratio.
The 200 count.
That was a really good ratio as well.
But Ojisan just FCs the map. I mean, as he does, he's been pulling out some crazy FCs this whole match, to be fair. Kura's just insane. But that is going to end the showdown, I believe, here with Chiwi getting 86 points in the end. Coming in 1st place, Ojisan 2nd with 71 points, dressurf 3rd on 57, and tyrcs with 41 in the last place.
Well, that was a really good one. That was actually a really fun fun thing to watch. And wait. Okay, they have to play Lost Requiem. I think that's what we're seeing in the chat right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, if Chiwi, if someone suggests after a match, should we play the tiebreaker? You kind of have to say yes.
Yeah, we have to. We have to. I think we could let Ojisan pick one tiebreaker.
Yeah. I mean, look, if anyone was paying attention.
Okay, Lost Requiem. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone was paying attention, there were 15 maps played. All the players took orders picking, but there's 4 players. So actually, everyone got 4 picks except for Ojisan, who only got 3 picks this match. So now we get Ojisan's 4th pick, right? His 4th pick was just forced. Okay. So I think it needs to be downloaded a little bit.
Well, like at least we're actually able to see Ojisan actually play this tiebreaker on stream. We've seen Kiwi play the showcase since they Kiwi made the replay. Dressurf and Turks played this on the grand finals match, like as part of like the tradition.
Uh, yes. Actually, let me have a look at
Yeah.
what those scores were.
But like, okay, here's the thing:
I
like
mean,
the rank version of this chart, which I presume is the one that is going to be played, is a bit nerfed from the MWC version, as far as I know. Somebody could correct me on that.
I am not entirely familiar with the changes that were made after MWC. Understandably so, since I can't play the map. I would have to play
Uh,
that to be able to see.
like all I remember was like the moment it got uploaded, not even like what 5 to 10 minutes after it got uploaded, like there's like already like 30, 40 mod posts on the chart. Like it was fun. It was absolutely funny to see it. Like I know the chart has to be. I know like there's mods on the chart already, most likely before it was even uploaded. Like it just had to be posted. Like as soon as, as soon as it was. It's just so funny to see it like immediately. I was trying to drop a hype on the chart for it to be ranked and all that stuff. Yeah, that was a funny
Okay.
one.
I mean, looking at the ranked version here, you can already see we have, 3 of the top 4 scores playing in this lobby at the same time. Turks having number 13, but also, I think, getting like almost 900k on in the match itself, right? With score v2 and the harder version of the chart.
Yeah, yeah. And then as it says, Oji-san is leading this one, like the rank version.
In the ranked
96.
version,
Yeah,
the difference between the scores, I think it's a bit too close to call. I mean, leading for sure, but by only about 6,000 points. Also, only 8,000 points ahead of dressurf. So all 3 of those players having very, very similar scores on the rank chart.
but again, like this is a different environment than just playing it in playing it solo. Like this is like get your best score on the get go. Like you're just gonna be sharpshooting immediately, and like whatever score you get, that's like we're gonna see live. It's gonna be a pretty different one overall, regardless of what happens.
Okay, I think we're just sorting out the map being downloaded for the streamer client at the moment. Something along those lines.
Okay, we're hearing something in the background. Let's give us a few.
That sounds like the right song.
Yep, indeed. So we should be seeing it in a few moments from now. Right, here we go. Lost Requiem.
Okay, all 9 minutes of it. Loading up right now. Winner of this map gets 1 billion points.
This is a pretty long intro. We're not gonna see much changes in the scores really until we see like the main meat of the chart.
Yeah, I don't know. Of course, the ending of the chart is absolutely like chaotic and brutal. So anything can happen up until that point.
Also, wow, the storyboard is playing in the background. I just noticed.
Yeah, we're getting the full experience here. Looks pretty good.
Yeah,
it kind of like fits the whole stream theme as well.
Yeah. But, and like the funniest thing is like we don't get this experience in the World Cup.
Yeah, I mean, we should tailor the whole stream like UI in the World Cup to just match the tiebreaker storyboard.
Like imagine that
Obviously.
that feature. Like you could have like a custom background for every single chart.
Yeah, no, even better, just like change the UI on the spot depending on what map is playing.
Yeah.
That would be an absurd amount of effort for just a little cool change.
Wait, here we go. First miss coming from tyrcs, I think.
Yeah, that was the first. Oh no, wait, did dressurf miss?
No,
dressurf has a smaller combo.
Okay, that has to be client.
dressurf has like 10 combo less than the other players with a full combo, I think, if my eyes are like working properly. But now he's missed. So
yeah, there you
two
go.
full combos for sure now. Chiwi and Ojisan. Only Chiwi
and Ojisan.
make that. But we're expecting heaps of misses here. No full combos. They are banned.
I mean, it would be pretty stupid though to see a full combo in this chart. Like, that would be really ridiculous.
No, it's not possible. You're automatically being banned for cheating as soon as you full combo this. But trading misses here. Few players, dressurf and tyrcs, both finding some rough accuracy drops right away here, down below 99%. Ojisan is keeping up the 99.2, Chiwi 99.3 with the full combo still.
Okay, so now here comes like another of these break sections, if you could even call it one.
Break for combo break, you mean? Because we're about to see one right now. Oh, no, not yet. I'm pretty sure we scheduled one to happen right about now.
Not yet?
Those were client misses, I think both of them, yep.
Yeah, that's client.
Oh, there's a miss from Ojisan as we're getting into the more intense build-up section here. Everyone missing except for a certain person. Oh, no,
well,
okay.
there you go. There you go.
I tried not saying his name. Unfortunately, just alluding to them is enough for the curse.
Also, I just gotta say, like the string section in this song is so good.
Oh, it's such a great like build up, like, because you know it's just about to get harder and harder as the song goes on as well.
For now, like we only have one. Well, make that 99% still. Like Ojisan is just barely in that 99% accuracy territory right now.
Those are client misses, I think. At least two of them. One of them were. Oh, there we go. There's the recovery. dressurf did have a real miss. tyrcs as well, trading it back. Ojisan and Chiwi, everyone finding the misses now. It's not getting any easier as this map goes on, of course. The stamina's got to be starting to kick in as well for all these players.
Now we're finally halfway through the chart. Like there's still like 4 minutes and a half remaining here.
So now the accuracy between Chiwi and Ojisan are pretty close together.
Yeah, that's like an entire 10th for the most part, or 10th, like a half 10th or just full 10th. Actually, what's gonna be interesting here to see is like when we get to like the final 3 minutes of the chart. Like, I can't believe I'm saying like the final 3 minutes for the freaking climax.
Yeah, I mean, it does last like 3 minutes straight though, is the thing.
Yeah. Like you could divide this chart into like what 3 separate charts, and it's still gonna make sense.
Oh, look at that. 2,000 points difference between Chiwi and Ojisan right now. dressurf about 10k behind. Tyrcs about 10k behind dressurf as well. And as we say, this is the calm before the storm. Because this is the last extended break section, I think. Even though we still have like half of the map left.
Yeah, we're about to enter, like what I said, the final 3 minutes of this chart. Like after this, all hell will break loose.
Slowly building up, getting harder towards this last section. Still very close scores between Chiwi and Ojisan here. Who will miss more in the end? I feel like Ojisan has a big chance to come back given how good he is at holding the combos in these difficult maps, but Chiwi with the only 99% still.
It's actually really impressive that we're still seeing a 99% this long into the chart. But I'm pretty sure that 99% won't last too long as we enter the final section. Here we go.
Oh, big misses from everyone coming out right there. Never mind, that was a
client
miss. There's all client misses.
I think you know what, Chiwi is still maintaining 99.07.
Oh, let's keep going. It continues.
Yeah,
there's a long amount left. All it takes is one slip up for this to all crumble down for any of these players right now. Everyone missing except for Ojisan right now, still holding on to the 4,000 combo. But it's only going to get harder from here on. Chiwi, dressurf, and Tyrcs all missing again.
And there it goes. Finally, the combo of Ojisan is gone.
But I think that combo lasting so long for Ojisan has definitely made the scores a little bit closer.
3,000. I see 3,000 points in between Chiwi and Ojisan as of the moment, but 2 consecutive misses as well just is going to help Ojisan catch up a little bit more. Consecutive misses coming from Tyrcs.
Oh, but there's such clean misses from Chiwi. He's still on 99%. Yeah. How is he maintaining the accuracy all through this?
Yeah, like we're only a few seconds left. Chiwi is 100%.
That was a massive miss, and another one there. I think Ojisan's number 1 now, for sure. Oh no! That was an insane lock from Chiwi. In just one, it just takes that one mistake there. Everyone missing now.
Ojisan finally dropping their combo. That was a pretty sizable one as well.
But I think this lead is now set in stone. I think Ojisan has done it, managing to take that first place away. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, wait, I shouldn't speak too soon. That was a big drop.
Oh, yeah, that was 10,000 points.
Okay, now it is safe, though. The outro comes here, and it is going to be Ojisan getting that first place by about 10,000 points.
Wow. Well, that's Ojisan showing why they're currently first place in this chart.
And Chiwi showing that he can keep up just as well on the hard charts as well as those accuracy charts as well.
Yeah. What a show. Only 18 misses for going from Ojisan. Again, these massive combos.
It's the combo gaming.
Yeah. Like if Ojisan is missing, like they're not missing that much. Like they're able to maintain these combos really.
Yeah, just consistently managing to hold those 4-digit combos for most of the map, it felt like, was Ojisan, whereas the other players having those chain misses in extended periods of time. But that is going to close out the event here. We are going to see Chiwi winning. The 5 months of support are going to be bestowing that upon himself.
Yeah, like this is the Obama puts a medal Obama meme, I
I
think.
was thinking exactly that.
Yeah, I think somebody could edit like put Kiwi's Osu profile picture on that meme. Somebody could make an edit on that, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean, you can't say he didn't earn it though. You could not
yeah,
have
yeah,
found more difficult opponents for this match
yeah.
than these ones here. Four of the best players in the world, and we got a pretty
Yeah.
good show out of it. I would have to say, lots of close maps, lots of trading and drama.
Yeah, and as far as I know, this is like the first iteration of this event. Like, as far as I know, I think Kiwi is planning to do more.
Yeah, we'll let Chiwi cook because there are some
Yeah,
more events potentially being planned for the future. Maybe similar to this, maybe being different. Maybe we'll switch things up, perhaps. But definitely stay tuned for the news. Go follow Chiwi on Twitch, on Twitter, like and subscribe,
yeah.
and we'll be back with some more potentially in
Wait.
the future.
Yeah, wait. How do you do those? How do you do those again? Smash that like button. Subscribe. How do you do those content creators speak?
Let's get some animations happening on the screen. You know, with the click happening on that subscribe.
What else? What else? Like, where's the Nico thing? Omedeto, like those things.
I don't think we're the ones that are supposed to do those. That's
Yeah, yeah, that's actually really funny. But anyways, I think that's pretty much it for us. Thanks for watching. This has been Search285 and Potassium F commentating this Osimania 7K showdown. Again, please follow Kiwi on Twitch, on Twitter, and all of his socials. Thank you for having us as well be part of this team, and thanks to Kiwi for making sure that we're part of this historic event. Like, this is the first Mania 7K show match that I could remember, even from like what, 2015.
Yeah, I can't think of any myself, but it was a fun one, and we'll see you guys next time.